Hi everyone, Tom Slavic, and welcome to this segment. And so we had somebody who didn't show up, and Jim, you're going to be a guest next time. This is Jim McHargue. Most people that know Jim, and Jim wears many hats. It looks like you also wear some T-shirts.
Many shirts,
too. Many shirts. Okay, so we were at a meeting last night in the Upcountry.
We were.
And
town hall meeting up at the Veterans Hall on Buckhorn, and it was Lynn Morgan, the new supervisor from District 3, had a town hall meeting on vegetation management, fire protection, burning, and smoke. And it's all kind of wrapped up into one big issue right now. So we had a lot of discussion last night.
Right, we did. It was, it's interesting, and it might be interesting other people in our county goes from almost sea level, like maybe, I don't know, what is, I own 200, 300
couple
feet.
Hundred, yeah.
Okay, but District 3 goes all the way up to Kirkwood, so we're talking about close to 9,000 feet, 8,000 feet up there. Okay.
That's right.
So, but the people up there are in the trees.
They're in the trees.
They're in the trees, they're in the big pines, not as much oak. But anyway, they're definitely living in the forest-urban interface.
Yeah, and the forest, as we all know, there's high risk of wildfire. And so people need to have defensible space and be able to clean up their property and protect their property. We allow burning in this county, only on permitted burn days, and people have to call into our burn line. 223-6246 is our burn line. Every time before they light that fire, they have to call in, and then they need a permit if they're doing a larger pile, 4 feet by 4 feet.
Okay.
And so we want people to burn properly.
Okay. So basically, you have to get a burn permit from either CAL FIRE, or can you get that also from Amador Fire Protection District by going to? I believe they sent me to CAL FIRE.
Well, the Amador Air District is my department, and you have to have a permit from us. There are certain times of the year where you would need a permit under special circumstances from CAL FIRE. So it's always good to check with us first, and then we'll help you determine, if you need a second permit. But always need a permit from Amador Air District.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except if it's a small pile, which would be 4 by 4 by 4.
Less than 4 by 4 by 4, so smaller than that, we do allow those without a permit. But we have recommendations on how people should burn that. We want them to burn only natural vegetation. Only vegetation from their property. Don't be importing it, bringing it in from outside. Dry material. Burn a hot fire. Produce as little smoke as possible, because smoke is the big problem. Right. Your neighbor lights off a fire and lets it smolder, and it comes right into your house, and that creates a nuisance.
And that nuisance was on a lot of people's minds yesterday. In fact, it seemed like probably most people know about the burn days and things like that, and the burn.
Yeah.
But I think for a lot of people, they really don't like the smoke anymore.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And even though this is a county that probably traditionally has always had wood-burning stoves and people doing fires, and, obviously you don't probably have campouts, like in your backyard or whatever, but I'm just saying, you would almost think, well, if you live in a mountain area, you're going to have people burning their wood stoves during the winter.
Well, the wood stoves, and that's kind of a separate issue. We were really talking about outdoor burning last night, and the outdoor burning tends to be a problem because people light those fires and then they let them smolder, and it creates, when you have, a whole neighborhood with maybe 10 or 20 of those fires, next thing you know, it's just completely smoked in, and it's really rough on people who have, problems with either their respiratory system or heart problems. Any of those very sensitive people are going to have issues. When you can see smoke in the air, it's a problem. So that's what we're trying to get at, is get people to burn properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one thing that was pointed out, like you said, when you see smoke in the air, well, you're probably not going to have a fire without having some smoke in the air.
Yeah.
But they want the smoke to rise, so it's not laying on the ground.
Exactly.
And that's what makes up burn day. That seemed to be a big question to a lot of people, like,
Yeah.
How do we get the burn days, Jim? Are you down there? Are you figuring it on out? And you keeping us from lighting the fire? Is Caltrans doing it? How does that work? You explained it last time. Tell people how that works.
Yeah, that comes from the Air Resources Board in Sacramento, the California Air Resources Board, and they determine based upon, they send an airplane up out of Columbia Airport in Tuolumne County, take temperatures at elevations, and if they get differing temperatures, that means the air mass is moving. That's a burn day. If the temperatures are the same, that means the air mass is stagnant, not moving, no burn day. They tell us whether it's a burn day or not. So we have to follow what the state dictates as far as burn days.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay, and there's kind of an exception to that as well, and that is when CAL FIRE thinks it's something that's too hot, and something's going on, and they're going to say, Jim or whatever, can you make this a non-burn day?
For example, yesterday was a burn day, but the winds kicked up, and it became very unsafe to burn. So those are circumstances when you...
Okay, and of course, I live in the trees, so we'd like to know that it's safe.
Yes.
And when it's windy, it can be out of control.
Call the burn line.
We're going to another segment, so stay with us right here on TSPN. Thanks a lot, Jim.
All right, thanks.